in a club down in New Orleans. And before it was over, we got half loaded and picked up a couple of queens. Well, we hit a high spot in that town and some that were kind of low. We were at one spot down there on the bottom when the law came through the door. Well, they took us and they booked us at the county jail, and Lordy, what a sight to see. They had Tennessee pickers and Bourbon Street strippers and a murder in the first degree. Well, they took us for the judge bright early next morning, was a swinger right to the end. He said, I'll tell you, son, just like it is, and you can tell it to your skinny friend. He said, don't you be messing with Big John Law, son, it just ain't the thing to do. He said, if you don't mess with Big John Law, then he ain't gonna mess with you. Yeah, and don't you go give me no innocent plea, cause I know it didn't happen that way. If you and your friend had been innocent then, you'd be out on the street today. Well, he read us up one side, then down the other, quoted law till he turned blue. He said some big long words that I never heard, but some four letter ones that I knew. Yeah, it'll be $100 and get out of Louisiana, and I never wanna see you again. But before you go, I'm gonna tell you once more, and you can tell it to your skinny friend. He said, don't you be messing with Big John Law, son, it just ain't the thing to do. If you don't mess with Big John Law, then he ain't gonna mess with you. And don't you go give me no innocent plea, cause I know it didn't happen that way. If you and your friend had been innocent then, you'd be out on the street today. He said, don't you go give me no innocent plea, cause I know it didn't happen that way. If you and your friend had been innocent then, you'd be out on the street today.
It's a groove, man. That fiddle back there giving me work, that bass line healthy. That's what really kind of carried the groove for me, that bass line coming in immediately, grooving like that. But fiddle work was fantastic. His vocal performance was good. The story was cool, you know. The story wasn't spectacular, but it had a beginning, a middle, and an ending, and it all was together, and it all made sense. It wasn't all over the place, because some songs, they be trying to tell stories and they be all over the place. This was concise, to the point, and a groove, you know what I mean? This is highway music. I could be in the car disturbing my kids, singing this to them, and they'll be looking at me crazy, but that bass line, pedal to the metal right there, speeding ticket kind of bass line, a groove.